was made to look like a fool, which he is, and at the same time go down in television history as the worst host ever of the once vaunted Academy Awards. Now, his wife and even management begged him not to do it. Don't read his truth, Jimmy. Please don't do this, they said. In his stories, everyone's always begging.
Did you hear about the Twitter tantrum that shook the Oscars? While Jimmy Kimmel was busy cracking jokes on stage, our favorite Orange X-Prez was having a meltdown online. Grumpy Trumpy called Jimmy less than average and suggested replacing him with a washed-up ABC talent.
I was told we have like an extra minute, and I'm really proud of something. I was wondering if I could share it with you. I just got a review, and has there ever been a worse host than Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars? His opening was that of a less than average person trying too hard to be something which he is not and never can be.
But our boy Kimmel wasn't about to let Donnie Diapers have the last word. He fired back with some zingers that had the audience rolling. Want to see how Jimmy turned Trump's insults into comedy gold? Stick around, cause this video's got all the juicy details of their real-time roast battle. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Picture this, Jimmy Kimmel's up there on the Oscar stage, cracking jokes like it's his job, which, you know, it kinda is. Meanwhile, our favorite orange turd is having a full-blown meltdown on Twitter. Classic Trump, right? Donnie Diapers is at it again, his tiny fingers flying across his phone screen faster than his toupee in a hurricane. He's calling Jimmy less than average and suggesting they replace him with some washed-up ABC talent. Ouch, Trumpy. That's about as presidential as a burger-stained tie.
Okay, now, see if you can guess which former president just posted that on Truth. George Slopanopoulos. He would make everybody on stage look bigger, stronger, and more glamorous, blah, 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 make America great again. Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent.
But here's the thing, Trump's insults are about as fresh as month-old McDonald's fries. He's recycling the same old jabs he's been using since his diaper days in the White House. It's like watching a broken record player, but instead of music, it's just spewing nonsense. Let's break down this tweet storm, shall we? It's like watching a toddler throw a tantrum, but with worse spelling and more caps lock. Trump claims Jimmy's opening was weak, but let's be real, when was the last time Trump sat through anything longer than a Fox News segment without dozing off or reaching for his phone?
God, this man, who was our president, is on trial. He has 34 criminal charges against him. He's still mad about the Oscars. This was 5 weeks ago. The only person still talking about this joke is him. It really must have got to him. By the way, in case you missed it, let's show that one more time. I guess I should be honored that the former president of the United States took time out of his busy schedule Googling Ivanka in bikini to rant about me, but...
The irony of Trump calling anyone less than average is thicker than his spray tan. This is coming from a guy who thinks windmills cause cancer and that Finland rakes its forests. It's like the pot calling the kettle orange. As Trump's tweets pile up, you can almost hear the collective eye roll from Hollywood. It's like he's auditioning for a role in Grumpy Old Men 3 Twitter edition. But instead of Walter Matthau, we've got a guy who looks like he's been marinating in Cheeto dust. But hold on to your popcorn, folks. Jimmy's about to clap back harder than Trump's arteries after a Big Mac binge. And let's face it, when it comes to a battle of wits, Trump's bringing a spoon to a gunfight. Yep. What's really hilarious is Trump suggesting George Stephanopoulos as a replacement. Yeah, because nothing says big, stronger, and more glamorous, like a guy who's about as tall as Trump's tax returns are long.
Get rid of Kimmel and perhaps replace him with another washed up but cheap ABC talent, George Slopanopoulos. He would make everybody on stage look bigger, strong. Anyone? No? Well, thank you, President Trump. Thank you for watching. I'm surprised you're still, isn't it past your jail time?
But hey, at least George can string together a coherent sentence without needing a team of lawyers to explain what he meant. It's not just Trump's insults that are getting old. His whole "I hate Hollywood" shtick is more tired than Melania at a charity event. He's been calling them elitist and out of touch for so long, you'd think he forgot he used to beg for cameos in movies. Well, folks, it looks like Jimmy Kimmel's not just hosting the Oscars. He's hosting a masterclass in how to handle handle a Twitter tantrum from our favorite orange-tinted former president.
That's debatable. That's a matter of opinion. Who still hasn't recovered from his horrendous performance and big ratings drop as host of the Academy Awards. Oh, that's he was made to look like a fool, which he is, and at the same time go down in television history as the worst host ever of the once vaunted Academy Awards. Don't read Trump's posts, sir. Which is not at all what happened. What happened is they showed me what he posted. I looked at it, I said, oh, I'm gonna read this. My wife went, oh no. I said, oh yes.
You'd think being dissed by Trump would make Kimmel sweat more than an ice cream cone in a sauna. But our boy Jimmy, he's cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Kimmel decides to turn Trump's tweets into primetime entertainment. He starts reading them live on air. And suddenly the Oscars have turned into an unexpected roast battle. It's like watching David take on Goliath. If David had a microphone and Goliath had a Twitter account. The audience is eating it up like it's free caviar night at the Vanity Fair after party. We're talking belly laughs, not those polite Hollywood chuckles. Even the Oscar statues look like they're trying not to crack up. But Jimmy's just getting warmed up. He fires back with zingers that hit harder than Trump's hair in a windstorm. He suggests that maybe Trump's just jealous because he's never won an Oscar. Then he drops this gem. Though you did win the prize for worst actor in a legal drama. Ouch. That's gotta sting more than the time Trump tried to look directly at a solar eclipse. But wait, there's more. Kimmel even throws in a jab about Trump's diet. Maybe if you ate a vegetable once in a while, you wouldn't be so grumpy, Trumpy, he quips. I mean, we all know Trump's idea of a vegetable is the lettuce on his Big Mac, right? As Jimmy's comebacks keep coming, you can almost hear Trump's Twitter fingers twitching all the way from Mar-a-Lago. It's like watching a comedy tennis match, except one player is serving aces while the other is tripping over his own shoelaces. The audience reactions are off the charts. People are losing it harder than Trump loses lawsuits. Social media is blowing up faster than Trump's ego at a rally. Viewers are loving the contrast between Kimmel's quick wit and Trump's tired old insults. It's like comparing a gourmet meal to a sad, cold hamburger. In the end, Kimmel didn't just host the Oscars. He gave us a masterclass in dealing with Twitter trolls, even if they happen to be former presidents. Sure, Trump might have his finger on the nuclear button, but Kimmel's got his finger on the pulse of what makes people laugh. And let's face it, in the court of public opinion, a good chuckle trumps a grumpy tweet any day of the week. Experts say humor can be a powerful weapon against political attacks. And boy, did Kimmel prove that theory right. He didn't just entertain, he empowered the audience to think critically about political nonsense. It's like he turned Trump's insults into comedy gold. And the crowd was eating it up faster than Trump gobbled down Big Macs. So next time you're facing a bully, remember, a well-timed joke might just be your secret weapon. And who knows, maybe if Trump had eaten a few more veggies, he wouldn't be so darn grumpy all the time. But then again, where would we get our late night laughs?